Wow, what an amazing experience. We have eight here tonight, and the energy is truly magnetic. Here's the intention that we supported together. In love and light, we are so happy and grateful that we enjoy miraculous, immediate, complete, and permanent healing of all illness and injury in mind, body, spirit, and energy. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done. That was so beautiful and just so much energy around it. I hope you felt the love that was so present and flowing through this entire experience. David McBride, would you like to unmute and share what came through for you?
A whole ton of stuff came through. Well, you were initially reading the intention. I began to zoom into my own body and I just kept zooming in and zooming in and zooming in until I was at the atomic level. And I experienced all the empty space inside the atom where the divine is. And we are all created perfect, whole, and complete. And we realign with this truth. Each of our atoms glow with sparkling golden healing light. All our molecules, all our energetic fields resonate with infinite divine, radiant, vibrant health, just as we were created. I zoom out and see us all clothed in white, bathed in love. We smile, and the angels join us in celebration. We are so joyous and free, we cannot stop laughing. Written across the sky are the words, and so it is.
Oh, wow. David, I love the way your imagination just kind of took you there. That is so beautiful. Thank you so much for bringing that in. Wow. I'll have what he's having. That is great. Dorji, would you like to unmute and share what came through for you? Dorji? Yep. You're the only one of those we have. So there you go.
Every time you say Dorji, I say, here, David.
Oh,
We have another David.
we do.
Yeah.
We do.
So I tried to write it down, but I don't think I can read this. I got, so after you read the intention, I hum, and while I was humming, it came to me that means a call to meet at my stadium of light. So we meet in our stadium of light. Elaine is there leading the house band. And as we are in the stadium of light, the angels come in and they give us snow like they did over the weekend. And in the snowflakes were mixed healing, golden healing flakes and green, abundant flakes, and everything that did not serve us went into Mother Gaia and melted. And when it melts, it gets renewed and gives us good energy. And while we're on the band, the house band with Ellen leading the house band is playing, and we're playing while the snow is falling. Come out in the streets, calling out around the world for a brand new piece of healing. And people go out in the streets, and after they call their inner healer, and whatever illness or whatever what didn't serve them was there, you got healed by the angels, by the snow, by the healing snow. And what happens is that they all went out in the streets and they shoveled together, they helped each other, and they hugged each other, and it was just a big love fest. And it all happened when we sent all our energy, all our good energy into the world, waves and waves of it into the snow. And everybody was just having a great time.
Oh, wow. Well, for somebody who can't read his writing, you really had an incredible vision. How beautiful. And I love that there was laughter and dance and music and fun and collaboration, like working together to make something happen. Our energy is so powerful. And when we bring our energy together the way we did tonight, it is palpable. It really is. So it's going to be interesting to see what comes through for all of us this week because, yeah, we experienced that healing as we were holding the intention. Beautiful, Dorothy. Thank you so much. There's that gorgeous Peggy. Peggy, would you like to share what came through for you?
Did it already.
Yeah, you're good.
It was, that just felt like a deeply personal intention, even though I got here just when you'd finished writing it. So thank you very much for those who inputted to that, and Elaine for crafting it as you always do so beautifully. There was, the whole time went so quickly. I don't remember ever having an intention group gathering that just sped like wild. It just zoomed, just we zoomed right through it. And what I was really aware of was what an unusual day it had been because I had considerable conversation with three different people who are, in one way or another, deep in depression. So I was able to look at them individually and see them no longer in that place. And so aware of how it fits into my own nightly prayer to be whole and complete on every level. And so this way that you said it will be what I adopt into my evening ritual. So thank you for that again. And there were, not sure how big this is, but it was like sugar, tendrils of sugar candy that people make. And it was gold and just covering up people or things or flying through the air. I'm not sure what it was doing, but it was out there and there was gold floating down around people and enveloping us. And I see that gold as representing divine love that was really present and really enveloping all of us and the intention and everyone that we were envisioning receiving the intention. Thank you. Just thank you so much for tonight.
Oh, are you kidding? Absolutely. I am honored and humbled by your generous comments because it's all about us and our willingness to be present to what is, and then choose how we interpret it, choose how we use our energy to create the experience we enjoy. And thanks for sharing that beautiful photo of someone's shoveling snow. That's beautiful,
That's
Georgie.
Jazz, my late husband, when
Oh,
we lived there. Of course, you
aha.
notice I wasn't shoveling. I just took the photo.
Smart lady. Well, since you're unmuted,
Exactly.
Ruthie, could you please share what came through for you?
Oh, thank you. It's my turn then, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I got quite a bit too. Um, I was I was actually at first I was just sort of like I really like the way you focus the words and make us imagine the highest good, because the first thing I imagined was my son getting healed because you said the brain, the mind, right? And and that, even though he's had a lot of concussions and things, he can still, I know that the plasticity of the brain can be healed. So I saw his brain just got like whoo, perfectly healed. Then I said, "Now, Ruthie, you shouldn't be so selfish. You should picture something good for these other folks who are on the line." So so then I thought, you know what? We can all be healed. And then I remembered that Albert Einstein said, imagination is is imagination creates reality. Those were the words. And I thought, well, that's why we have to imagine the best. Then I saw, um, I was thinking, okay, we all need healing. So I was picturing healing coming down to everybody. And then I saw, like, I don't know if you've seen those images of the person meditating, and they have different colored chakras, and it goes all the way from their crown chakra all the way down. And anyway, so there was this person, and I thought each one, this would represent all of us. And there was something that made me remember that the base chakra is where, if our energy is blocked in our base chakra, it can cause illness and fatigue and all kinds of things. So, and then, um, but because I was itching for everybody, imagining the healing, if you itch right here, it means there's infection in the body. And so that means drink more water. And whenever it happens to me, I think, uh-oh, I got to eliminate. So drink more water, take more vitamin C and all that stuff. And so this is where I was picturing, well, most of us are, semi-healthy, but if there's any blockages, let's get rid of them. So it was like, have you ever seen those little oh, I guess they're just little optical fibers that they make these little sprays and they shine. Well, it looked like in reverse, the light was coming through into us from the divine, and all these little streams of light were coming in into each one of our chakras and then going all the way down to the ground to illuminate and flush out anything in the body that wasn't supposed to be there from every part. And that was so much fun.
Wow, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And it's clear you had fun with it.
Yes.
And that counts. When you're having a
Yes.
good time and you're entertained, you're engaged, you're
Mhm.
having fun, you're putting more energy in and you're putting a lot
Right.
more good energy in. So thank you for juicing us up like that, Ruthie. That was
Good.
fabulous.
Thank
All
you.
right, Robin, could you unmute and share what came through for you?
Well, I also experienced the healing energy as gold, like so many have reported. And it just felt like a golden stream of light energy, very liquid-like, just oozing through first my entire body. And it just was like a soothing salve because it was thick. It was like like a gold thick stream coming in. And so it was releasing, but at the same time, it was transformative of energy, like the Midas touch came to my mind. And so the frequencies, ooh, I just got a shiver in my heart when I said that. So it's very real, really. Wow, cool. Anyway, it's the transformative. Gold is transformative. And so either the stuff is going to clear out or it's going to get transformed to a higher frequency. And I
Mm.
was sensing, the divine frequency, of course, of God is totally, there's no word to describe it because the whole world was created from it. But that's always available as our inner blueprint. And it's just about either clearing out everything that is not of that frequency, or it has the choice to transmute up to that frequency. So that was sort of what, so I just kept relaxing into it, and it was oozing out, of course, into the energy field, including everyone and everything, because you can't put an end to it. It just keeps flowing,
That is so beautiful.
Mhm.
And it looks like Peggy might have to leave us. Peggy, I am putting a message in the chat about a cancer healing documentary and also a book.
Oh,
And so I just want to make sure you have it, and I'll include it in the email that I send out with a
yeah, I
copy.
can't see that right
Excellent.
now.
Okay, and
Okay.
I'm
I
sorry.
know,
Here
I
it
know. We
is.
love you very much, Peggy. Thank you
Love
for
you.
contributing your energy.
Thank
And
you.
we'll see you next week.
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right. Robin, would you please share what came through for you?
Um, well, I actually also had the golden stream of
Wow.
light that I occasionally get. It's like a waterfall. And we all just go down through this waterfall. And then it's sort of like a baptism then into the water, the golden waters. And I also came to me that I need to stop, and anybody else too. I am not going to say that I have POTS or I have a dysregulated nervous system. I don't. And every time I say that, I'm going to remind myself, and my angels are going to remind me, do not say what you do not want. And I'm going to make sure that I post some things around my rooms and so that I remember that, because it's something that I really need to work on. And Barbara, I don't know about you, if how you are about that or not, but I was sort of told, I guess by the angels were saying, stop saying, I have this, I have this. You need to say what you want. And that's it. And so that was a message I got from the angels.
So beautiful, Robin. Something very similar came through, and Ruthie's holding up her sign. Do not say what you do not want. Yeah, brilliant. That's awesome. Thank you so much for bringing that in, because it is such a good reminder. It's really obvious what we don't want. So we start talking about that. And yet we have the opportunity to shift our focus and instead 180 degrees difference, focus on what we do want. Really
Mhm.
beautiful. David Spencer, I'm so glad you could join us tonight. I don't know if anything came through for you. If you would like to unmute and share, please do.
Well, those are some lofty musings to follow. I may have missed part of the instructions for this reflection, but I focused on my breathing and listened to the sounds around me. And it's easier to hear things with your eyes closed. I heard my wife's car door close in the driveway. I heard her footsteps through the house. I heard her click on the TV. I heard the hum of the computer monitor. I heard my own breathing. I heard a dog bark outside. I heard traffic in the distance. And I reflected with gratitude on a lunch I had today. And I watched a light show in my head.
Mhm.
And the light show was of a Tesla lightning sphere that you touch. And I just kind of watched that light in my mind's eye and just listened to my breathing and relaxed.
Beautiful. That's beautiful, because you're allowing yourself to be totally open to receive whatever is coming for you. And it's all there for you. How beautiful is that? Thank you very much. Thanks for bringing that in. That was absolutely perfect. All right. I got a ton of messages as always. I heard feel the energy of what you choose to create. Feel it in your body now. Feel that health and well-being, that mental connection, that delight, that wonder, that zest, that vibrancy. Feel that. Feel what you choose to create. You are guided to these experiences because your energy is needed there. How else would those doctors and nurses ever meet you? How else would other sufferers ever meet you? You are a blessing designed to bring blessings to others. That is why you are having the experiences you are having. And I also got the message, Robin, that you can say, I am recovering from, but that's not that strong. I have released. I have recovered from. And I was reminded also, there's a wonderful book called Hiring the Heavens. And it talks about how there's gazillions of angels
Yes.
out there and they're bored to tears. They've got nothing to do. So you speak out loud and say, angels, please help me with this. It can be anything from a parking place to healing. And especially you can call on the unnamed angels. I think it's 400 million or 400,000 unnamed angels. And you just call on them as you're starting to go to sleep and ask that the unnamed angels help heal you overnight. And they're very adept at it. You don't have to name specific angels, they know what's going on. Then I received, feel yourself connected to infinite intelligence and release the need to know how or to control what is happening. So often in our human selves, our minds really want to understand everything. We want to have a nice, clear, obvious process with a guarantee at the end. Pretty please. And in reality, we are invited to stand on that balance point, that wiggly, back and forth, unstable space of the perfection of the universe without knowing, but just staying in perfect trust. When we can stay in that perfect trust and acknowledge ourselves for maintaining that trust, we are open to receive. I saw angels dancing and weaving in and out between us. They had these big ribbons. It was just an amazing, amazing, beautiful experience. I also saw gold healing light penetrating every single atom of our bodies, and all that doesn't serve our health disappeared in smoke, leaving our bodies. The documentary, I was reminded of the documentary about health and healing from cancer. And I was told, you are not alone. One of the things to pay attention to with this documentary, and they're also offering a portal with other documentaries and experts with a variety of different health related things. Miracles happen. Miracles are real. People heal. Stop telling yourself that it's hard or it's difficult or I can't do it or it works for everybody else, but not for me. I am healed. That's one of the best things you do. I have vibrant health. It's so incredibly powerful. Every time you slip into your human self and you feel doubt or physical discomfort someplace in your body, immediately say, thank you, God, for this sign of my perfect and complete healing. Thank you, God, for this sign of my perfect and complete healing. Because, when you are growing, when you are getting better, it can often feel a little bit uncomfortable at first. And you don't realize that that's because the atoms are coming together in a new way to create this perfect health in your body. So instead of going, uh-oh, there must be something wrong, you say, thank you, God, for this sign of my perfect and complete healing. I also received, believe you are blessed and guided, for you are. Only you turn away from what is present for you. And because you are blessed and guided, make sure you bless everything and everyone around you all the time. Bless everything, because what you give is what you receive. And I was also reminded of an experience I had when I received a very profound divine download. I was musing over why sometimes something you're working on is really easy and other times it's really, really hard. And I immediately felt and heard a very loud, forceful voice in my body that said, when you deny your power is denied to you. When you acknowledge your power is shown to you. You are more powerful than you can imagine. And the key thing to understand here is you use your intention to direct your power, to acknowledge and direct your power. These words are vibrational and they have a great deal of energy behind them that creates a coherent vibration. So infinite intelligence understands and can respond and dance with your request. I'm in charge of what I choose to create and how I choose to feel about it. That's my intention. I'm in charge of that part. The divine is in charge of how I will be guided to experience my intention. And it's very much, my intention is very much like an address that I'm typing into a quantum GPS. When I type an address in, I don't feel like, okay, I'm already there. Poof. No, I know I'm going to be shown when to turn right, when to turn left, when to go straight. So I don't freak out about it. I don't have to have all the answers all at once. I can live in that space of divine uncertainty, certain in divine guidance. It's all perfect and everything is designed to help you. So I just felt so much love radiating through this entire experience. I felt held and deeply cherished and valued. And I hope all of you had that same sensation as well, because you certainly are. I love you all very, very much. And please know that you receive all of this energy. And when we hold an intention, it's not like, okay, it's done tonight and then it's gone. This is an infinite intention that lasts forever throughout this lifetime and all future lifetimes. The energy does not go away. We just happen to be human and we're easily distracted and we forget about it. So it can be helpful to have an intention written down that you revisit every once in a while, especially if you really felt the energy behind it, because then you know it's really resonating with your body, and your body represents your unconscious mind. Your conscious mind makes about 5% of your decisions, and your unconscious mind makes about 95% of your decisions. So if your conscious mind is going, yay, I'm healed, whoopie-doo, I'm healed, but your unconscious mind is going, yeah, I don't think so, honey, then it's not going to happen. So train your unconscious mind with your intention. It doesn't have to have all the answers right now. It's being guided to the perfect solution every single time. Thank you all so much for joining me. I so appreciate you. I love you all beyond imagining. Just notice the blessings that are showing up for you this week. And I hope I get to see you again next week. All
Yes.
right.
Love
Take
you
care,
all.
everybody. Love you. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.